School Code 12, What the Freak, Isabella Gonzalez, Jackson Gay, Lainey Massa, M.Tellz. Good evening, Ghost and Ghouls. You're listening to What the Freak, where I, Jackson, go over only the most freaky and horrifying occurrences in the world. And today, we'll be going over an absolutely mortifying case. People who wear long shorts. And when I mean long shorts, I mean shorts that go past the knee. I have never felt safe near anybody who has worn that with a combo of black Air Forces. Those are truly dangerous people. But I digress. This show isn't actually about long shorts, as horrifying as they are. Today, we'll be going over a pretty recent case starting over in 2017, where a family who was trying to buy a house was met with terrifying letters. Now, this case was actually turned into a very good Netflix series with way more information than I can give. So if you want to go check that out, be my guest. Lucky enough for me, I have a couple of the letters right now. And though he sent 4 letters, I think I'll read 2 of the most interesting ones. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first letter starts off with, "Dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard. Allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now. And as it approaches its 110th birthday, I've been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s, and my father watched in the 1960s. It is now my time. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? Why are you here? I will find out. Dubbed, The Watcher." Now, all it would take is one letter for me to just completely drop the house, but this is a $1.3 million house, so one measly weird letter from maybe a stalker guy, that's not going to stop $1.3 million. But it would stop me if I received this second letter. 657 Boulevard is anxious for you to move in. It has been years and years since the young blood ruled the hallways of the house. Have you found all of the secrets it holds yet? Will the young blood play in the basement? Or are they too afraid to go down there alone? I would be very afraid if I were them. It is far away from the rest of the house, and if you were to be upstairs, you would never hear them scream. Will they sleep in the attic? Or will you all sleep on the second floor? Who has the bedroom facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in. It will help me to know who is in which bedroom. Then I can plan better. I can plan better? What does that even mean? Look, they stopped bringing their children after that letter, but I would have stopped bringing myself too, because this man has clearly seen the family. He's made that very clear. And I don't know, $1.3 million is not going to save my life. And what adds just another layer of fear to the whole situation is the fact that they sent it directly to their house. That makes it even more personal. And it's just something about that makes me uncomfortable because, I'm growing up in an age where people can say whatever they want to you without you ever seeing their face. But that's different from this because the Watcher essentially knows the Broaddus family. And it's just gross. It almost feels like it could happen to me. Actually, it couldn't. I have a doorbell with a camera, making me more proactive than this family. It would have been fine if they had one camera. But I'm going off on a tangent. In the further letters, the Watcher goes on to state that they know the children's names and even their nicknames. So I think it goes without saying, that is gross. That is disgusting. I don't know what this guy's obsession with young blood is or kids, but it's obviously obsessive. And I know you're thinking, why didn't they just call the police? They did. But after the police found absolutely no fingerprints on both letters, and after interviewing all of the neighbors found nothing, they essentially just said, that's unfortunate, and moved on. And if even the police isn't willing to help you after a man basically just said that he was going to take your kids and you wouldn't even know, I think the house is now fair game to whatever weird forces are living in those walls. But with that, I think it's time for us to reach the ending of What the Freak. Whether it be a horrifying Watcher overlooking your home or a terrible fashion choice like long shorts, God, they are ugly. There's a lot going on tonight. but hopefully I can be there to make your sleep a little bit harder. So sleep tight and hope nothing bites you. This has been Jackson. Have a restless night.